Ideal for overnights or weekend backpacking trips, the Deuter ACT Lite 45+10 SL pack is a really comfortable companion for on the trail. It's a trail-worthy pack. It is really comfortable with the suspension system, very ventilated. You have a completely adjustable suspension system, and all of the other features make it a great trail companion. So first thing I want to talk about is the suspension. You've got the very quick suspension system, or the very quick shoulder harness, which allows you to adjust the torso length up and down for a perfect fit. So you've got Velcro here. You open that up and you're able to move this shoulder harness up and down. It's going to accommodate torsos of 14 inches up to 19 inches. So it's going to fit a variety of users. This is the SL version, and SL stands for slimline. So any Deuter pack with SL in the naming is more of a women's specific pack. This shoulder harness is a little bit more narrow to accommodate smaller frames. The actual shoulder straps are more contoured. Little things like the buckles are a little bit smaller on an SL pack. The hip belt is more contoured, so this is going to really fit the contours of your body. And with all of that ample padding and that mesh, it's going to be extremely comfortable. If I peel away the mesh there, you can see that there's no seams on the underside of this shoulder harness where it would come into contact with your body here. They pull the seams up around to the top there, so that prevents on hot spots. It provides really even contact with your shoulders and around your arms. And then the same thing down here on the hip belt. You've got plenty of padding. You have some mesh on the front or on the place that comes into contact with your hips. And then you have really nice contours. So you can see this hip belt bends a little bit, and that's going to really contour over your hips. So as you move, as you're hiking up and down hill, it's going to contour to your body. Along with that, the Deuter Air Contact back system has this center chimney in the middle. You can see all of this padding. You've got really, really great padding. So it's going to really let warm air escape and let cool air come through. So that channel runs all the way up this pack. That's going to keep you nice and cool on the trail. So if you're perspiring at all, it's really going to be ventilated on that back system. Really great, comfortable back system here. And then you do have an aluminum X frame behind the scenes. You can't see it here, but you've got aluminum stays back there that give a lot of rigidity to this pack so that it transfers the load right to your hips. Some other quick features, this is hydration compatible, so you can put a hydration system in there. There's a sleeve inside the pack, and then you can route that hose out to either side of the shoulder strap. You do have a sternum strap here, and that is stretchy. So if you have that cinched down, it's got all the support that you need right here on your arms, but as you breathe and as you move, it's going to move with you. And then, of course, you've got load lifter straps. One thing I love about these load lifter straps are that not only do you have adjustability up here, but this little buckle right here allows you to move that contact point up and down. So let's say you've got this adjusted all the way down to the bottom setting. You can move this little buckle up so that it's pulling on the right spot on your shoulder harness. Down at the hip belt, you do have these front pull adjusters here in the front. So once you clip that on, all you have to do is pull front. It makes it really easy to adjust. And then you've got a pocket on one side of the hip belt. So this is a pretty lightweight pack. They've got just one pocket on there on the front. We'll take a look at all the other pockets of this pack. There's a floating lid here on the top, and you have a medium-sized pocket in the lid. So there's a nice zipper that runs all the way across there. As you can see, this adjustment back here allows you to adjust the lid up and down. If I turn to the side, stretchy mesh pockets on either side, and since you have these compression straps here, you can really store some gear in these pockets. Let's say tent poles or something like that, but nice stretchy water bottle pockets on both sides. big stretchy mesh pocket on the front of this pack. So an extra layer or something lightweight right there on the front. This is a top-loading pack, so you don't have any access into the body of the pack from the sides. If I peel open this lid, you do have a little hidden pocket right underneath of that lid too. There's lots of adjustability here in this top of the pack, and so I have it packed out pretty well. You've got a cinch right here at the top, but where this gets the +10 in the naming is it allows you to pack this out a little bit bigger. So this extra collar, it's an extra long collar, you get an extra 10 liters of capacity. The floating lid on this pack does extend up really far, so you can move that lid up and down to accommodate the size load that you've got. If I peel that open, you can see just how wide this top opening is. I can really get my hands on gear inside the pack. If I move down towards the bottom of the pack, you do have a really convenient sleeping bag compartment. And although you don't have access into the main body of the pack through the outside, you do have a divider here with the bottom sleeping bag compartment. So if I do need to get my hands on some gear inside, maybe the middle of the pack, I can access it that way. But this also allows you to kind of have a compartment down here, a compartment up there. If you need to, you can zip that whole thing away and just have one big pack. But this is a really nice pocket. If you've got some wet gear, wet clothing, that kind of thing, you can also put it down there so it's not in the rest of your pack with your other gear. You've got tool loops down here, and then you do have stretchy bungees up here. So trekking poles, any sort of other tools that you might put on the outside of the pack. You've also got some little loops. There's 4 of them here on the front of the pack, and if you're using this as a climbing pack or even a ski touring pack, you can get a helmet attachment sold separately and clip it there. So that's what those loops are for, but there's plenty of places on the outside to lash gear if you need to. And all of the features here give you a very technical pack, but it's pretty streamlined and simple, so they keep the weight down, and it's a perfect overnight pack. It'd be great for traveling if you're trying to travel light, or a great weekend pack. It's the Deuter ACT Lite 45+10 SL pack.